If you would have run into me when I was outdoors anytime since I started this channel, this is what you would have seen me carrying around to film myself and everything that I do with. Look, it's so big I can't even get it on here. Let me widen this out. There we go. This is it. This is what you would have seen if you saw me out in the wild. Except I would have been like at arm's length, carrying this heavy thing around. Not a fun experience, if I'm honest with you. Okay, let's punch back in. Right there. Do you know how heavy and cumbersome this is? And not even just carrying it like, around and filming. I'm talking about like traveling with this thing was incredibly cumbersome as well because it required its own place in my bag. And like many who have come before me, I did it. And I did it happily to create videos for this channel. Because with a camera like the Sony a7S III or the a7R V, the video quality is there. And when I have tried other like small compact solutions like a GoPro or an Instacam, I just have never liked the way the footage looked out of the camera. Then I began to notice that several people that I think make great videos began to make their videos on this, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This thing is ultra portable. It's small enough to fit in your pocket, as the name says, and it takes up basically zero footprint in my camera bag. And in addition to its tiny size, the quality is just enough to make me happy while being okay with its limitations. All gear is like a trade-off of the benefits and the limitations, and this is really just like the most perfect sweet spot between the two. If you have seen any of my videos from this summer and they were outdoors, they were shot on this. Like the video I did from Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons, and the video I did from the Black Hills of South Dakota, and recently my day trip to Yosemite with some friends of mine. All of that was filmed on this. Today I want to share with you 3 reasons why I feel like if you are a photographer, this is a great addition to your kit. And I said photographer, not videographer, because I'm actually thinking like this is a great thing to have for people that don't even do video. And I'll explain why in these next 3 reasons. But before we jump into that, if this is your first time here, my name is Dave. I am a photographer and videographer from the Bay Area of California. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. I post 2 videos a week unless something goes horribly wrong. The first reason why I think all photographers should grab this Pocket 3 is that it literally takes seconds to add video context to your photos. Now, I've been sharing more and more about this project that I've been working on in the Northern Plains, and on every trip I've taken up there throughout this summer, I have had this come along with me literally just to get 10 seconds of context for every photo that I've taken. I mean, it's as simple as that. I pull this camera out, I flip the screen to turn it on. There, it's on. I point it at my subject and I hit record. And then I just watch the timer go to 10 seconds. I stop recording and then I power it off, flip the screen back, and it's done. Put it right back in my bag or in my pocket. Why is context important? Perhaps you're in a situation where you want to just share a few seconds of what was happening when you took that photo. You'll have a short video clip that literally leads you to the photo that you just captured. I mean, I do this all the time on this channel. You see the video clip for a few seconds and then you see the photo. That's this very same workflow I'm talking about. Another reason that context is really great for photographers is that you have more than just the image that you made. You also have the setting that you made it in, captured for your memories or for your context. Capturing a few seconds of the atmosphere, if you're out like in a landscape, you get the wind or maybe the sounds of morning wildlife around you. And if you're in a city, you get the sounds of the cars and the horns or the people that are walking by. You just get like more of the story than just the image is gonna tell. And you might be asking yourself, why not just use a phone to do that? Well, I think that if you use your phone to record clips like that for all of your photos, your clips are going to get lost somewhere deep in your camera roll. With something like this that requires an SD card, I think you're more likely to pop this SD card out and organize your files off this SD card the same way you would with your photos. And we all have our own style and way of organizing all of our media, but I bet you will have more success with recalling these videos if they're recorded on a device like this and not deep in your camera roll. So context. That is the first reason why I think every photographer should grab one of these. Reason number 2 is that it is incredibly easy to actually insert yourself into the story. When I got this Pocket 3, I opted for the Creator Kit, which included a few other things like this attachment here that's just another battery that goes on the bottom, but it also includes a little screw mount to put onto a tripod, which also came in this Creator Kit. And just from like a tabletop view, you can use it, but you can also go a little bit larger in your scale. I grabbed this thing for 20 bucks on Amazon. I would never put a real camera on it, but this thing is so small and lightweight. And it stands 6 feet tall, which I can't really demonstrate right now in this video, but it just kind of keeps going and going and going and has these legs on the bottom. You can open them up, tighten them down. Oh, I'm hit the ceiling. You get the point. This has let me put this down and then go walk and capture photos. And the craziest thing about the Pocket 3 is that it has this tracking ability to just follow you around. And it's wild how good it is at tracking. You can also use a little on-screen button to turn the camera around. So I'm gonna turn it on real quick, and you can see that it's facing me, and I can tap this, and it's facing you, and I can tap it again, and it's facing me. It's super easy to walk around and just film yourself, which is pretty cool to insert yourself in the story and just like record your experience, even if it's just for you or to archive with your photos. The built-in mic on this is okay, but if you get the Creator Kit, it actually comes with one of these DJI mics and you can just clip it on. You can also get a second mic from DJI and it'll sync 2 mics, not just 1, but 2, and then you can make videos with somebody else, which again is just like a really cool feature to have in such a tiny, tiny form factor. I think the opportunity to get in front of a camera is a great thing for us as we continue to tell our stories through images and video. So why not include yourself in the journey a little more? The third and final reason why I think every photographer should grab one of these cameras is that this camera is unassuming and unintimidating. Literally, no one cares about this camera. It's honestly no more obvious than a phone, though I think you could even make an argument that it's less obvious than a phone if you hold it in a certain way. I mean, not walk around like this, but you can actually hold this camera and record video horizontally, which I think just walking like this is way less obvious than walking around like this. That's just my 2 cents, my thoughts, but this camera is incredibly discreet. I think it's great for street photography or travel photography or basically anywhere where you are going to be around people and you want to get some video clips to add some context or put yourself in the story. This is just so unintimidating and nobody cares about it, nobody notices it. On the other side, if I was to walk around with this like I did for like a year and a half, people know I'm doing something when they see this thing. They know I'm capturing some video, maybe I'm a YouTuber, maybe I'm a videographer, they have no clue, but they know something's up when this comes out. This attracts attention, and that's something I do not like when I am out on a shoot. So I mean, you can see just right here how unassuming and unintimidating this little camera is. I even used this recently to do a video at an airport, which has people everywhere, and I am like so sensitive to people being aware of what I'm doing, and the fact that I use this at an airport really speaks to how discreet and unintimidating this is to anybody around you. I'm even gonna try to take this to the opening 49ers game here soon because they let me bring my Leica M11 in last year, so maybe they'll let me bring this in. Who knows? I bet they will though, because it's so small. I mean, nobody thinks anything about this. The Pocket 3 is really a fantastic sibling to your camera kit. And at its price point, even with the creator kit, you're still looking at like significantly less than most lenses are gonna be. Now, this has not been a review. I typically don't really do a lot of reviews, but to learn more about this, you can simply click the link below and go read up all about it, or you can watch one of the 10,000 videos that have been made about the Pocket 3. You can find all the tech specs, ways to set it up, how other people use it. I mean, that information is out there all day long. And you can go ahead and assume that if you see a video with me and I am outside, there's a 99% chance I am using this camera because I've been using it all summer. And I plan to use it basically until it either completely dies or becomes irrelevant because it's replaced by something else. So keep watching and follow along. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions, be sure to leave them below in the comments. I always try to get back to every single comment. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.